Welcome back to Shotgun Gaming with classical music, where I stream a variety of games with relaxed, gentle commentary and classical tunes playing in the background. So what you've missed here is I started a side mission. I'm in World Tier 3, working myself towards World Tier 4, and we need to upgrade our gear score. I'm at around 340 now, and I need to be at 375 in order to be able to attack the next stronghold. So we need to upgrade our gear, and we'll start with a side mission, continue maybe with control points. So during this side mission, something weird is happening here because I have not encountered any ammo crates. So I have resorted to kind of using my pistol here and I have almost no ammo. Oh, look at that. Suddenly it refilled. So this just a minute ago I had no bullets for my main gun. Somehow it refilled now, and I'm thankful. I don't know how, but I'm thankful. Anyway, so let's read through the side quest here just so you know what we have to do. Investigate the reason for the true sun's presence. We encountered a dead true sun during the intro of the mission, and that has left us wondering what has happened. And I guess we are going to find this out during the course of the mission. The next objective here is to overcharge the drone dogs, which we will do by using this laptop.
Preparing overclock. Systems at 0%.
Best way to get rid of them is to overcharge them. Now hold on until they're all booted up, then you can input the command.
Systems at 25%.
That was probably a bad choice. I thought that drone would explode, that's why I kept targeting it. But that was a mistake, I guess.
Systems at 50%.
Oh man, they keep ducking in cover and I cannot get to hit them, but that's fine by me. All I have to do is protect the area for a set amount of time, so if they do not attack me, it's actually their loss.
Systems at 75%.
Now comes the tough part though, that because without our turrets, it's a whole different ballgame. And also we have a sniper to contend with now, which makes things difficult. Let's retreat a bit further back.
Let me do my thing.
Systems at 100%.
And he is a medic also, which I absolutely hate. Exactly because he does that. I need to get him as soon as I can. We took quite the damage there. I don't know if we're gonna survive this, but at least we took out the medic.
Watch your sideline! Give me a second!
I'm a bit out of form, I think. Bear with me. In a few seconds we can get the turret back, so that will tip the scales to our favor once again, hopefully. Man, if I only had one more bullet there. Well, I can wait all day.
Now, fry him.
I love how our operator is cocky and confident all the time.
Those were reconnaissance drones, and yet I couldn't find any intel on the hard drive. Sweep the building for other workstations.
Alright, so we apparently still haven't found what we are looking for. That was a weird explosion, by the way. It looks like sort of an EMP grenade going off. So we will not be taking that. That's definitely junk. Oh, my inventory is full. Okay, let me do a quick cleanup here. I know I'm probably wasting some things that I shouldn't, but well, who cares? Until we get to the end game, I mean. We will be just using whatever equipment we find around. Then once we hit the end game, then we'll start building our build. And I keep forgetting to use my special weapon here. How much ammo do I have for that? Let's see, we only got one bullet, so I actually didn't forget to use it. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to, so... I really wonder if I could go back and see all the statues, how much variation there is. I think I keep encountering the same statue, but cannot confirm it until I see the footage. So I guess we go downstairs. And this is a site for sore eyes. This is the first ammo crate that I've encountered the whole mission. Oh, hello there.
Station detected.
Is it just him? Interesting. Yeah, looks like it. From time to time, you seem to get some rooms where enemies are just one or two in number.
Situation reports. Hopefully this will tell us how much the Black Tusks know about division activities. Now get out of there.
There are two ways of approaching this, I guess. Let's go towards this. Seems to be the sneakier way. And those were incendiary rounds, I think. No, explosive rounds, actually. My favorites are the shock rounds because they seem to stagger them for quite some times. It's also the worst one to use against me. Right, so first let's place the turret up here. Can I? Yeah, that's good. Alright, we need to be careful with that guy.
Incoming backup request.
I will try to target his weapon chain from time to time just to make him stand down and reload. As you see right now, that's exactly what he does, and I can target his weak spot when he does that. Let's target his chain one more time. I wonder which part of his armor is uncovered, because he has lost his armor. And I thought it was either the head. Yes, it's the head. Okay, cool. For a second there, I thought I was hitting him in the head, but his health wouldn't go down. Interesting, a light machine gun. Let's compare it to what we already have. We are in the hunt for higher gear scores, remember? And this seems to be quite the upgrade actually, because we are using an AK. And this is very welcome, much more damage, huge magazine. So we'll definitely take that, even though the gear score is not that lucrative.
Finding the Black Tusk here was a surprise, but at least this place is no longer in operation. We'll analyze this data and find out how much they know.
Alright, so that concludes the side mission, I guess. Let me quickly check if we have any... Oh man, I have been neglecting my field proficiency caches here, haven't I? And as a result, most of them is probably gonna be useless, but let's open them fast anyway. Alright, so hopefully this crate contains some upgrades we can actually use. Definitely not the shotgun, because that's my style, but maybe this thing, maybe this gear piece. At the very least we get some key fragments, which might come in handy at some point. Alright, now let's quickly scan if that we got here is better, and it is indeed. Not by much, but we get a decent amount of armor. We exchange skill power for shotgun damage, which sucks to be honest. And we get lots of technical attributes instead of armor ones, which is also not good, but we get a talent. Creeping Death. Status effects spread to the nearest enemy within 10 meters. Yeah, status effects is not something I usually work with, so guess we'll take it, but it's not such a huge upgrade as I was hoping it would be. Now let's see what we're gonna do next. We need to start taking care of control points, because if I remember correctly, those are the most lucrative ones, and this is how I actually advanced very fast from World Tier 1 to World Tier 3. So let's try and do some of those. We need to be able to fast travel close though. Oh, we can fast travel to the settlement. Okay, cool. Funny stories, the first few tries I had against control points, I always forgot to call backup, which kind of made them feel more difficult than they should be. And I was actually kind of angry at Ubisoft at first, because I said, well, okay, that cannot be, I don't know how it was supposed to be, right? But after a while, once I got used to the game, I actually could handle them just fine. And sometimes now I keep forgetting them intentionally, if you know what I mean. Alright, so I'm in the settlement, but I cannot get out. That's interesting. Cannot get out through there. Alright, so I guess fast traveling here was a mistake. Interesting. I haven't really gotten how the settlements work in the end game, but there's a safe house nearby, so let's go there. It's about the same distance. And we get to admire some fellow players. I always love doing that. Man, There are many more females than the previous time I logged in. Look at the hats, man. The hats all over the rage. I keep thinking I could put a hat on my girl here, but actually I don't know. I kind of like her without it. She looks, I don't know, tough without a hat, I guess.
Friendly control point detected.
Alright, so let's mark the control point here and head towards it. One thing I really love Ubisoft for in her games is that she has a button dedicated to auto running, which is super useful when you're playing for long times. I mean, during the test stream, I played for about 5 hours straight, and if I didn't have that button, man, I probably would have gone crazy. Oh, hello there, didn't see you. I have yet to figure out whether those robots have some kind of weak spot. I mean, I keep hitting them in the back or towards in that, well, let's call it sort of an eye. But they do not seem to take more damage than usual. I might have to look it up, but I hate doing that. Like figuring out things on my own, actually. Well, it seems like my allies are taking care of this guy. Which is nice. To the previous game, they didn't do that. They were, well, I cannot put it elegantly. They were kind of useless in the previous game. Alright, so let's not get distracted anymore. Let's head towards, well, the next enemy patrol, I guess. Oh, they are looking good for a grenade over there.
Hostile control point detected.
That's what we call a multi-kill. Okay, we're starting to get some ammo here for a special weapon. Which actually I have to admit, I don't know if I kind of like using this. I mean, it's very slow to load and aim. By the time you do that, you can actually throw a grenade and have about the same result. Alright, wait a sec. Let's get inside the zone and strategize first a bit. Let's get the layout of the land. No weapons past this point? Yeah. Alright. Alright, so let's see. I can call reinforcements already from here. Where will the enemies be coming from? Probably up there. Oh, what's going on there? Are they engaged in a fight? Oh man. They are fighting against each other. Alright, let's call the allies quickly. We have lost the element of surprise anyway, so let's go back now. Let's put some distance. Start fighting. Let's start picking off enemies that are at the edge of the battlefield.
Just want to be close to me? Tank target! Reloading!
That was a bad time to reload.
Serious trauma detected.
Alright, that's code for get the heck out of here. Because I actually don't know what hit me. Something hit me from the back. Alright, let's park it here for a while. Yeah, the allies have arrived. Nice. Sometimes it's really hard to discern where enemies are, especially if you are looking at them through fog or dust. And the only means you can actually target them is by seeing whenever that red glove of yours gets red. Silly, but it works actually. Let's advance a bit because it seems like the fun is getting away from us here. Interestingly enough, we haven't yet encountered an elite enemy. By this point, 2 or even more would have spawned. Oh, that's okay, I'm not complaining.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
And of course, just as I said it, right? The law of Murphy.
Giving you cover.
It seems like the main baddie has focused on my allies there. Let's go help them out a bit. Yeah, once you blow that thing off her back, it's actually kind of easy to deal with them. It's a super nice addition, those weak points. I mean, that and the fact that you have to eat their armor first are very, very nice addition to this second iteration of the division. And we just let him burn, don't we? Because we are sadistic that way.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Oh, somebody's flanking us, isn't they? Okay. Smart tactics. Alright, so I guess we have just the main elite enemy to deal with right now. Which is always fun. I really like dealing with them solo without the distraction of, you know, lesser ads around him. But where is he? Looks like he's gone inside the wall or something. Oh, he's inside the elevator there. Okay. Let's be careful though, because we can take our health down quite fast. Let's flash him out.
Need to reload overhead. Sure.
Oh, let's reload ourselves then, since he starts reloading. And as the music stops, we finish the control point. I love it when the music synchronizes with my actions. Alright, so let's see.
Supply room access unlocked.
Yes, that's exactly what I need to hear now. Supply room. That's actually the whole point we are doing this, because remember the primary reason, the primary objective right now is to get better gear to advance to the next world tier, because the strongholds at this point are hard locked behind gear score levels. So wait a sec, where was that control supply room? Now it's upstairs, okay.
Echo nearby.
If there is an echo nearby, I would very much like to hear that. And in case you are watching the first stream of mine, this is the curse that my channel has. I always get shotguns first. I don't know why, maybe Ubisoft hates me or something, but it seems like the first upgraded drop I always get is a shotgun. Maybe that's a sign I should start using them, I don't know. Alright, now that may seem insignificant since it's just the sidearm, but remember, we need the gear score, so this is actually a very good upgrade. Let's see if we get anything interesting. 10% critical hit damage for every 5 of your armor depleted. Yeah, I'm not planning on using that often, because that would put me in harm's way, but, well, still, it's good to have. You know, you can pull your pistol out when you're close to dying, and maybe, just maybe, that will save you. Now, these are the kind of upgrades I actually hate, because this is better gear score. This implies we should do it. Yet the stats do not actually follow this, so we get less armor. We probably lose a talent here, which is 8 critical hit chance, which is significant. At least we get some critical hit damage back. And swapping accuracy for hazard protection, it's not really a big deal, so let's do it. Now, this is where the fun begins, though. Although, now that I look at it, it's a marksman rifle and not a regular rifle. So I do not compromise as far as weapons go ever. I really need to have my my rifle and my LMG. That's how I play. Or at least as assault rifle. I also like those. But yeah, I cannot deal with shotguns or sniper rifles. How about this though? Again, we get a downgrade in the armor department, which is interesting. What do we make up for it? We lose health for hazard protection. Well, that's not very significant. And we lose the rifle damage. Now this hurts a bit. And we get 15% damage to elites though, which is okay. That's okay. But it goes to show you how a gear of higher gear score can actually be a downgrade, which is really weird in this part of the end game. Anyway, let's equip that. And bear in mind, control points, we can also visit them once every 24 hours because the loot respawns. So in between attacking new control points, we should actually visit some old ones and upgrade our gear score essentially for free. Now you only have to remember where the storage room is located. It's usually very close to where you spawn first. And in this case, it's right here. You get all the loot once again, except for the very highly rated yellow box here. That would have been unfair, I guess. Once again, an upgrade, but I do not compromise in the weapons department, so I'm gonna loot this submachine gun as junk. That is nice though. We get quite more gear score here. A bit less armor, not very significant. We lose shotgun damage, which we do not use anyway. And we take accuracy. Significantly more, well, not significantly, but a bit more cooldown here. And we get some armor regeneration, which is always useful. All in all, not that very significant an upgrade, but the gear score helps us advance towards the next stronghold. So we are definitely equipping that. Now let's go and do a new control point, shall we? Let's do this one. It's very close to the safe house. And once again, let's do a fashion check. The chick with the hat seems to be very popular this season. Man, the full face mask. This is Master Chief or something. Nice. I always have to laugh whenever I see this wall. I mean, probably somebody went the wrong way. He said, like, you know, the door is the other way, but I do not want to walk all the way there, so let's blow a hole in the wall instead. Why not? And he just blew a hole and went inside. That's how I like to think it went down, at least. One other thing I really like about this game is the way that the buildings, they are much more cylindrical this time around. You do not get the, you know, flat, square things, square buildings that you got in the first game. You get a few buildings that are much more interesting to look at. And the cherry on top of that is that you can actually enter them, which makes positioning in combat real fun. Alright, so let's talk strategy first. Let's see. The obvious spots would be up here, wouldn't it? And actually, I think I'm gonna do just that. That is an excellent position. I mean, enemies could flank me from here potentially, but they will be still very far away. And I can toss my turret up there. And that's what I get for being cocky. Remember that blind spot that I said I wouldn't have to worry about much? Well, 3 enemies went there, and yeah, they made quick work of me. So let's go one more time here, and this time I'll try and be less cocky. What you actually have to do, and I say have to do because it's the end game and it's much more unforgiving than the main game, you have to backtrack a bit every chance you get. So if a mission expects you to fight in a certain room, you simply relocate to the previous room, and that's how you can easily beat your opposition. The same thing goes with control points usually. If you just take one step back, they become much more easier than you first would have thought. So I guess let's approach it from the same way we did. And you can see this is a choke point, right? So I could go in there, call for reinforcements, which is already there. Nice. You know what? I didn't notice that at first. Even if you die, the reinforcements keep coming. I haven't died quite a lot, so I didn't know that. But that's a very nice, very nicely thought from the developers. If you're struggling, essentially they give you a fighting chance the next time you get there. You do not have to call reinforcements once again. I actually hate targeting these the machinery from the enemies, the turrets and stuff. Whenever I see those, I really want to locate this guy, the engineer, because once he dies, once he goes down, it's game over. Those turrets will auto self-destruct. Is really excellent for improving your aim, by the way. I mean the PvE aspect of it, because enemies do not stay still and they keep moving linearly, so you can actually learn how to properly use your mouse. It was about the same during the first division. They didn't move that much though. They move quite a bit more in this second iteration of the game. Alright, so now I'm expecting the turrets to self-destruct, but they don't, which means there is another engineer somewhere nearby. But because I cannot locate him right now, another tactic is exactly this. Did you see? I shot his turret and flushed him out because he comes to repair it. Right, so when in doubt, just damage one of his turrets and he will come running to fix it. Actually, let's revert back to the rifle here. It's much more suitable for long ranges. Man, that boss really doesn't stand a chance there. He's completely surrounded. And although some of his bodies are starting to slowly show up here. so maybe I should have waited before I speak.
Can't hit anyone from here.
Let's get maybe a little bit closer. And there's another significant lesson that I keep ignoring. Always look at your mini radar. You can actually play the game blindly if you get very good at that, because it really shows you very well where your enemies are at. Usually with most games you get like a minimap that has 4 directions. Like so 4 mini, I don't know how to call them, cheeses I guess. Let's stay here for a while to recharge our armor, and we will charge ahead. Oh, there seems to be a fellow officer down. Let's go revive him. Let's see if an engineer comes to fix it. Oh, there he is. Hey, you know what? Let's just use our main gun for once. Why not? I don't mind spending it like that because I always forget how to use it. Alright, let's revive our bodies here because we will need the support right now. Let me quickly run behind and refill my ammo. I know there's an ammo box somewhere here. The situation is getting a bit hairy, so let's try and relocate real fast.
We have to keep it safe. Crap! Not now.
Detected.
Fuck! Shit, dry now.
I thought a well-placed grenade would help, but it wasn't to be. Alright, there's a medic there. He's priority number 1.
Serious trauma detected.
He's not getting up. Grenade!
I'll take. Oh shit!
That truck will stay here.
I really need to also pay attention because he fires rocket launchers at me. See? I don't know, you didn't see it, but I think we both felt it.
Thanks for showing up. You really saved us.
And that's done with the control point. One thing I really love also is how whenever the enemies take cover, they always seem to leave some part of their body just a tiny bit exposed. That's all I need to actually flash them out eventually. So what's this? An offensive mod. At first I was excited by it looking at the gear score, but that's not something that advances our gear score. So let's just loot it and move on. Let's open the yellow box immediately, why not? And now we get a rifle. Excellent. Let's compare it with our current one. Seems to be a clear upgrade. More magazine, more rounds per minute, and more damage also. Also a better drop-off curve here. Interesting. And what talent do we get? Weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine. Alright, that actually means we should not reload very often. That hurts our damage. Alright, so let's equip that. How about this? This is also a clear upgrade. So we get much more armor. Cooldown for hazard protection, which is okay. Well, there's a bit of weapon damage and headshot damage there, which I don't like, but we get some of it back. And we exchange armor regeneration for health, which is a bit better. We will obviously not do this. And we get a submachine gun. Let's loot this as junk as well. Alright, so let's periodically check our gear score here. We are at 351. See, that goes really fast. At the start of the stream, we were at around 320. We already have gained 30 points, so we need just 25 more in order to attack the next stronghold. So, let's make our life a bit easier here and actually visit some control point that we already own and haven't visited for a while. Remember, we can loot strongholds, well, not strongholds, control points every 24 hours.
I'll take care of it.
Shit, I gotta move.
Need to change mags.
Need some. Ha! Got the one in cover. Fuck! Under heavy fire.
Come on, take it like a man. Come out of cover.
I can't see the grenade.
They won't touch it.
Alright, so I thought we were entering a peaceful area, but
Is everyone
It was under heavy attack, so... Alright, let's see now. Where is that room with all that tasty loot in it? I think it's here. A marksman rifle. To the junk pile. Alright, so it's an assault rifle. It might be worth it. Let's switch to our secondary weapon and compare these two. So, we lose damage, of course, because, well, this is an LMG, it's supposed to. We get significantly less magazine size and, yeah, it's all around a worse weapon, right? Because it also does health damage, which is really, really bad to have as a skill. We get the fast hands. Critical hits add a stack of 3 reload speed bonus. Well, you get more critical hits, in essence, and some reload speed. We will have to exchange it though, because we get a massive upgrade here. We go from 335 to 367, which is a massive upgrade. I do not like giving up a 100 bullet weapon here, but, well, we are in the business of advancing the world tiers right now, so we have to do it.
Hope this weather doesn't get
Has a weird recoil pattern here. Goes towards the right. It drifts quite a lot. Well, I guess we will learn to use it in time. Alright, so this is a case of taste here. Let's see if this is worth it. Assault rifle damage. See, now this comes in handy. We just got our assault rifle in the second slot, so this will be something of use to us. We also get a bit armor. Bonus armor here, yeah, that's what we get up here. Unfortunately, we cannot use the talent. But, yeah. Let's do it for the assault rifle damage and the armor. And how about resupplying an officer here? Let's see if we have enough materials. Actually, I have almost 0 materials. Alright, so let's head to another control point. Maybe this one. It's close to a safe house. And fashion check. A bandana with glasses going on here, some simple hats and glasses. Yeah, this room is not too extreme. I guess the bandana guy wins the unofficial shotgun gaming contest for this room.
Hostile broadcast detected. Hostile control point nearby.
I will refrain from doing the open world events because they do not really reward you with much loot. So right now these are to be avoided. Although the game seems to want to push me right through it. Oh man, I cannot avoid it.
Detected.
Let's put some distance between ourselves the enemies. Maybe actually just quickly check the map. Let's see if we can go around them. Well, if I go right, maybe. Well, we have kind of killed the half of the enemies already, so you know what? Let's power through. Alright, this is not going well. Let's retreat once more. Man, that fog is making things tough on me right now. See, right now I'm just hunting that red crosshairs, because I really don't know where the enemies are. That fog is really messing up my aim.
Incoming hostiles detected.
And they keep coming. We are in for a fight here.
I don't have a shot!
Let's hope the turret provides some protection.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Another nice addition to the division, you can shoot down grenades from the air. If I hadn't done that, they would probably have killed my turret by now.
I need to nail this guy! Moving contact!
Flanking!
Got cover!
Let's kill the drone so we get it back faster. And all this just for a propaganda spot, right? It was actually much more than that. It was a few patrols strolling through at the same time as the propaganda broadcast was going on.
Let's make it personal.
We are way too close. That's a mistake.
I've got you.
Not so!
Progress halted. Progress resumed.
It's a coward's tactic, I admit, but it's a good one. Whenever you see enemies spawn, just run a bit back the other way. That will put enough distance between you and them. I don't know who that grenade was intended for, but definitely not for me.
Flank! And a gate! Bring it, asshole!
Shit! You're dead, asshole!
It is a really exciting fight in close quarter battles. Although it's not my style, you really get to work your aim during those sequences. Alright, so let's see. This is probably another of those instances where you get an upgraded gear score, but in essence it is a downgrade, so we get much more gear score here. Lower armor, we exchange accuracy, well, explosive damage for accuracy, which is a downgrade in my book. We do get a bit health on kill, but, well, health is not an important stat. So we will do this half-heartedly, admittedly, because we just get higher gear score here. Alright, so having cleared 2 world events in the same spot actually, let's now move on to the control point we were previously intended to go. The disadvantage of doing many events is that you actually run low on ammo and you have to start conserving it. So let me now scout ahead the area a bit. Rain makes it really tough for me because I'm a ranged player. So I guess we'll do this the hard way. Let's call our allies and retreat a tiny bit.
Reinforcements incoming.
Let's try and make the enemies come towards us. Although they do not seem very interested. Oh, there they come.
They really want me dead! I'll defend the objective.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
And you see the armored enemy, he spawns nearby always, so it doesn't matter where you are. If you've bunched up the enemies quite far away, he will spawn quite close to you always. At least to my understanding. This one seems to be stuck though, so let's go to him.
Deploying foam! I'm at your objective! It's safe to be.
So this probably wasn't a very well placed turret, but what I didn't know was that the allies were already bunching up the enemies here.
Keep them away from it!
Incoming hostiles detected.
And now we have some fun. I love whenever we get turrets during control points. Although admittedly I cannot see anything right now. I'm essentially firing at silhouettes right now.
We need to lock down the area!
Nice, and that did it. Alright, so we have some
Supply room access.
ammo there. We'll get that later. Let's first get the loot that is nearby, and of course the supply room. Let's actually pause and consider this, because we get damage to elites a lot. We get 7 here and 15 here, which is much better than what we have. We give up just a bit of accuracy and 1,000 of armor. So you know what? I'm actually gonna do this.
Make sure we hold this place.
Alright, so now let's go for the main dish.
I've heard what
The
you're
supply room, that is. Let's leave the yellow box as a surprise in the end. A clear downgrade. Now this is a shotgun. I don't really need to look at that. But the best comes as last. Let's see what we get here. Nice, a significant upgrade. So gloves, much more armor, rifle damage, which is amazing for me, and assault rifle damage and extra rifle damage. Now, see, this is an ideal drop for me. We get a lot of armor. We get plus 5 weapon damage as talent, which is always nice. And we get 5% assault rifle damage and actually 15. No, sorry, 7. Oh, wait a sec. I got all my math mixed up here. We get 12 rifle damage and 5 assault damage, which is the 2 weapons we are currently using. So this is excellent. And how about this? This is a marksman rifle and goes to the junk pile. Alright, so now let's check our gear score, see where we stand. We're at 375, so we need 20 more about. Which means let's do another control point. Let's see. Lots of control points in this area. So let's start with this one. And first, fashion check. We got Master Chief. We got somebody who just came out of a cabin in the woods. It seems 2 Master Chiefs. Nice, okay. I know they do not look anything like Master Chiefs. I just call them because of the full-faced mask. Man, that mask is very popular around here. And also, by the way, this is a unique safe house here. You can see the stuffed animals all around. Very nice touch. So I think the settlement, well, not the settlement, the control point is right here. Let's see. And if I remember correctly, is there a turret up here, up there? I think that's a turret. I'm just gonna casually place this right next to me. I'm going for the engineer there. Although I have... I think that during the end game, the turrets do not get destroyed with the engineer, which is weird. During the main game they do. It was sort of a standard tactic of mine. I keep hearing somebody throwing launching grenades. Kind of makes me afraid to advance, but sort of have to. Let's kill the turret first, because I want to get it back a bit earlier. I kind of like this spot though. It's very safe to defend. This is actually headshot practice at this point. I just had to get cocky, didn't I? All right, retreat. Alright, I'm cheesing this a bit, admittedly. But you know what, no, why not? Let's take advantage of the mechanisms the game gives us. And right now it gives us a elite enemy that keeps firing his grenades towards there. So, yeah, he thinks he's doing fine, so let's roll with it. Alright, let's quickly head towards that turret there. Oh, or did we actually win this already? Oh, cool. I thought we were gonna have some fun with the turret, but okay. And see, by the way, I forgot to call my allies here. Happens often to me.
Reinforcements en route.
I was having such good fun in target practice here that I forgot to call them.
Contacts.
Setting up a turret.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Alright, so the other enemies seem to be a bit preoccupied there. And that does it. Alright, let's collect our rewards here.
Supply room access unlocked.
Alright, let's see if this is worthwhile. We get skill power for cooldown. We get a little less weapon damage, but much more bonus armor, which I don't actually see here. Oh, but we get damage to elites. That's interesting. Alright, and we get 6 more gear scores, so I guess, well, let's do this. Well, by now you know where a shotgun goes. Now this is a downgrade, so let's not do this. Where is the weapon crate? Oh, right behind me. We keep getting very good sidearms. Okay, let's do this. This one will be probably more useful. It's very fast firing, which is kind of how I like my pistols. Alright, now we're getting serious. Much higher gear score, much more armor. Protection from elites for skill power, which is good. Weapon damage a bit downgraded, as well as the health. And we get a, unfortunately, a talent we cannot use, but we will of course do this. How is our gear score doing? Alright, we need 15 more, and we will be ready to attack the next stronghold. Before they do that though, let me take a quick 5-minute break here, just a short bathroom break, and I'll be back. Alright, and we are back. So, let me first see if I can donate some equipment here. Because I'm wasting it anyway, so I might as well donate it. Oh, and interestingly, we can collect some rewards here. Let's do that. We might get a loot crate, which is gonna be very, very useful to us right now. But interestingly, we cannot fast travel to the theater, probably because it's occupied, I'm guessing. Alright, so enough donating. We do have some loot boxes to open though. Well, actually only one, but that will do. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything that will upgrade our level, I think. Let me quickly see. Maybe this? No. Well, this is actually a slight upgrade, so let's see, we get critical hit damage, which is nice. More critical hit damage. And critical hit chance? Yeah, that's a worthwhile upgrade. Alright, I remember there was another control point somewhere here. It's right there. It's a bit farther away. We get two of them though. Do we have any area to spawn closer? Could fast travel to the main mission there. We could even fast travel outside the stronghold. That's interesting. Let's try that. No, we cannot. It's grayed out. Alright, so I guess... Well, let's just do it the old-fashioned way and walk there. Are we missing some ammo? Let me quickly resupply here. Now that's better.
I need to get more involved.
If you pay close attention, you will see that the last bullet, you will hear actually, that the last bullet of the magazine has a different sound than all the other ones. That actually helps you realize when your magazine is about to end. I hate that guy that fires the incendiary rounds.
I'm gonna take you apart.
Yeah, we will probably die because I was a bit stupid here. Yeah, you can see how powerful those incendiary rounds are. Now this is a very nice area of the map. Actually, whenever I get a glimpse of the Washington Monument, well, I consider it a nice view. Oh, hello there. See, such a nice view it is that I actually didn't see the enemies there. The mechanic doesn't seem to be interested in fixing his turrets. Oh, let's just keep firing at it. Well, without getting shot at, preferably. See, now he comes, but now we destroyed it, so... You're a bit late, buddy. They do not seem really interested in me, do they? Well, to their demise, I guess. I really wouldn't mind finding a resupply crate right about now. Let's try and bypass this fight, because I don't know if we have enough bullets to get mixed into this. Alright, so let's make sure we are not being followed. We can already call our allies from this spot. But first, let's see. I'm thinking of placing the turret up there. And our retreat point will be over there. Okay. Let's try this. Oh, actually, I can't. Let me get a bit closer then.
Reinforcements incoming.
Now let's go a bit further back. See, and the cars can't reach us, so the elevated positions are nice. I really want to focus on this guy because he keeps throwing those grenade launcher thingies. Now we have some support though, so let's take advantage of that.
Trouble coming in.
Don't let them get close. Come out and fight.
I can take care of it. I see him coming.
Run! Run!
I'm thinking of getting an elevated position here.
Don't let him get you!
Heavily armored hostile
We
detected.
don't need your kind.
Alright, let's see if we can get a good view at him. And that did it. Will we get another wave? Yeah, we get, yes, another wave. Alright, let's deal with it.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Man, we are running out of bullets once again.
Incoming backup request.
Oh, he actually avoided it. Good for him.
I'll make you pay.
If you slow fire your rifle, your assault rifle, it's actually almost like using a rifle. You just have to feather the trigger, so to speak.
I don't think we could have pulled that off without you.
Cool. So let's get our loot. And most importantly, let me get some ammo.
Access unlocked.
Alright. Get 6 more gear score here. Might be worth it. Same damage to elites. Oh, much less damage to elites actually. So you know what? I'm probably not gonna do this. This doesn't put me over the top anyway. Man, he jumped like Rambo, didn't he? Nice one. First, let me just get my bullets back though. And it's a marksman rifle. Just my luck. Alright, now this is looking significantly better. Mostly because of the gear score, but we also get some armor. Well, we'll lose some protection from elites, but that's okay. And we exchange weapon damage for critical hit damage. Actually the opposite. Critical hit damage for weapon. And we get more skill duration, which is useful, as opposed to more health, which is not. So let's do this. Now for the main dish. Let's see, submachine gun, unfortunately not something that I'm gonna be using. Let's see this though, we get LMG damage, which I do use. We are missing on quite the critical hit damage though. You know what, we have to do it. We need the gear score right now. And we need 10 more points. Alright, we are doing fine, I'd say. Now let's try and visit a control point maybe that we have already unlocked. Have we been here? I wonder. You know what, this control point is actually fairly close. So let's do a second consecutive one. I think we need to deal with him first.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Well, that went down fast.
Deceased.
Alright. No biggie. Can just respawn right next to it. Goes to show you how powerful those status effects like burning, for example, are. And of course, this control point is the iconic Washington Monument.
Outcast together!
Oh, so this is actually a propaganda thing. I think we should probably avoid it. Let's go straight for the control point.
You're toast, Agent!
Oh, we can actually not go through here as the game suggests, so let's try and go around. Yeah, this is turning to be a bit weird. Let's take a nice peek at the monument. Alright, now I'm looking for a good spot to set up shop in. Alright, so where do we place the turret? I'm thinking up here. The cavalry has arrived, so now we can get a bit more cocky. Let me kill the turret, because it's gonna expire soon anyway.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
How'd they get there?
They're nowhere to be seen.
Oh, fuck! Gonna have to reload! What now?
Those are my favorite elite enemies, because I know once I target their explosive backpack, I can take them out very quickly afterwards.
I'll smash it! Don't make a move. I've got you. I'm gonna destroy it.
And just watch you burn.
Come for us, and you'll
Don't let
die.
anyone near.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Alright, I think we are at a pretty good spot to defend from, so let's just stick around here a bit longer.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
We need to protect this. Shoot that asshole!
What now? Moving around me.
Move it quickly!
It seems like the elite enemy is circling around us. I don't know.
I'm here for you.
Let's see what he does.
They're moving around me. No! No!
Now that guy just went past us. That's a weird tactic they used to employ. There's almost always one enemy running around, running past you. She's weird.
I'll defend you.
Let's see how they react to that turret there. Yeah, that was the final blow. They were surrounded. Alright, so let's kill that turret
Supply room access
One more down.
unlocked.
and go see what we get inside that lucrative supply room. First I need some bullets though.
What?
Oh, this looks interesting. What is this thing? I don't know. Does it say something like of the United States? I don't know. Something. Where is my loot though? It's probably not up there, but just to be on the safe side. Oh, there it is. Now that's a rifle. Let's compare it with my main gun. So gear score wise it's a minor upgrade, but overall it's a downgrade and I'm probably not gonna do this. We had a bit extra weapon handling and more damage to bleeding enemies, but I'm not giving up the extra damage here. A minor upgrade. Let's see if it's worth it. No, we are giving up both armor and LMG damage for pistol damage of all things. We do get some critical hit chance, which is always nice, but overall, it's not worth it. Alright, now we'll do this, of course, because we get much higher gear score. It seems like we always get our best gear to be our sidearm, which is weird. Alright, anyway, let's do this. I will not overthink the sidearm. This seems to be a worthwhile upgrade as well. We get the same stats, but with higher armor. A bit less damage to elites maybe, but that's okay. We need to advance our gear score. Well, so all in all, we inched just 2 points closer to our goal here. Let's check out what we can do next. Maybe let's travel to this control point here, see if we can loot a few things and then move on to this one. All right, let's talk about this. This is actually much more in the damage department. It has a much lower magazine though, and is very slow firing. On the flip side, we get to use the talent, which is critical hits add a stack of 3 reload speed bonus. Alright, so we get faster, much faster reload speed apparently. And we get critical hit damage a bit less. Alright, you know what, let's do it. What the heck.
Agent requesting backup.
Now, some new shoes. Should we? Why not? Do I look any different here? Yeah, okay. Man, lots of apparel inside those closets. Alright, now let's head towards this control point. Apparently we are all alone here, so we cannot do our usual fashion show, but that's okay. just do this? That's weird. Did the enemies just take this back? Alright, I do not object. We have more control points to do this way. And it is actually known that during the end game the enemies take it back. Alright, so the first time we did this, we just died here because I was cocky and didn't take into account that enemies would flank me from here. So this time around, I'll step back, head a bit further, well, stay for a bit further back actually.
Reinforcements incoming.
Yeah, they're a bit too far away, even for my rifle right now. Are they all moving to flank me?
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Man, he just doesn't stand still, does he? Well, I guess you know why now, as soon as he does. Well, the enemies do take their time.
Don't let anyone near us!
Incoming hostiles detected.
Right, so they do have the same spawning pattern as the previous time, which means now, right now they spawned on my back, and that's where the final attack is gonna come from. So let's try and dig in here.
Stay the fuck away! I'm reloading! Just leave it to me! On the move! Almost dropped that bastard! They're open! Don't let them
We
get
have
away!
to keep it safe!
I'm watching it!
Heavily armored hostile detected.
I'm not done with you! Need to change mags!
I'll destroy this!
They're coming down the side! Wait! I've got a new problem! Go on, I'm here for you! Moving to a new position! Thanks for your help now.
Alright, and we actually captured this sinkhole control point twice today.
Access unlocked.
Seems to be a very popular control point. Today at least. Oh yes, now this is where it gets interesting. So, we get quite a significant gear score upgrade, some protection from elites, and critical hit damage and chance, which is always welcome. And a machine gun. Alright, let's test this. Yeah, we probably have to do this. I mean, we are getting damage, magazines, gear scores, the whole 9 yards here. Unfortunately, I think we do not get another time accessing the supply room because we did it once today. I guess that's fair. So, a bit of gear score here. Armor as well. Critical hit damage for damage to elites. It's a fair trade. I will lose some damage to elites here though. At least we gain some critical hit chance back. Alright, let's do this. Let me just make sure that the supply room is actually closed. Oh, hello there. Does everything respawn? That would be interesting.
Oh, they're going to pay!
Now you see all the crates are looted, so we do not get a second chance here. Our gear score though is quite close. We just need 2 points, which means basically we need 1 or 2 more upgrades and we will be ready.
Quickly! New light for you.
We got more hostiles!
Alright, so what is our next target here? We have a control point, actually 2 control points here. And it's within walking distance. We could fast travel here, I guess, but let's just take the casual means of walking.
Friendly control point nearby.
One thing that I would have liked to have seen by Ubisoft would be some ammo drops, ammo crates, more ammo crates actually around the world. Because I tend to run out of bullets, but not during missions, rather during the open world events. Oh, there's an interesting phone here, so line of succession. JTF soldiers in the White House react to the death of President Mendes. Let's listen.
Hey, did you hear about Mendes?
I know he's dead.
He killed himself.
Sure.
Ate a fucking bullet.
Whoa.
Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the guy. Stress must have gotten to him. Imagine all that responsibility.
Well, he kind of botched the job, if you ask me.
Well, true. Do you even have a president now?
I guess Ellis is it.
Who's Ellis?
Andrew Ellis. Speaking of the house next in line,
I can never work that shit out.
Grandmother should do better. She's been dead for 15 fucking years.
Alright, so we did quick work of them. Turn right for search. I think I'm gonna forgo that. So apparently this is a solar farm. Oh man, yeah, I remember this one. Let's let them fight each other for a while. I want to get in range first so I can call for reinforcements. It's interesting just watching enemies fighting each other. Oh, they almost saw me there.
Reinforcements en route.
Alright, so I just snuck into there to call reinforcements. Let's try and backtrack a bit. I'm not gonna try and kill them because they're actually fighting the enemies that have the control point, so let's let them live for now. You know, the enemy of my enemy and such. Man, whenever I hear that grenade weapon thing being launched, I instantly jump away. It's becoming an instinct for me.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Okay, I think right now we should kill those enemies that were assisting us, sort of. Let's not leave our flank uncovered. This was actually a nice, well, still is a nice control point. I really love when there are three parties fighting each other. Makes things very interesting. What doesn't make things interesting is medics. Man, I hate those guys.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Well, let's not get carried away. Shouldn't approach much closer than this.
up! We're sneaking up on them. Pull back!
A lot of fire, but it did the trick.
I'm reloading. I'll crush it.
You burn for that.
I'm with him.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Let's get a better view from up here.
We can use this.
It's actually not a good spot.
Stay the fuck away!
But at least you can see where the supply room is gonna be. It's right there.
It's dropped out of sight!
Sure.
Got you now!
Don't let anyone near it.
Alright, we should be almost done here. Oh, and there's the a mounted turret weapon we ignored.
Get away!
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Can we use it now? No, fortunately he's coming from the other side.
That minigun.
Nice, finally I'm starting to use my special weapon here.
We need to protect this.
Nice, and another control point cleared then.
Supply room access unlocked.
And I'm guessing this supply room, in conjunction with this field proficiency cache, let's open this right now, is gonna be all that we need. Yes, 386, we definitely will be getting something useful here. I don't care about the shotgun, but we get 2 backpacks. Interesting, so we have choice. Alright, this seems to be the one. Let's see. Much more armor. Even more armor. And for protection from elites, I don't really like this, but okay. Critical hit chance. And some talents. Alright, let's do this. I need the gear score anyway. And let's also check the supply room before moving away. What this? Oh no, definitely not. Unfortunately, we have already looted this many times, so we only get the yellow crate, which is the best though, so I'm not complaining. Alright, gloves. A good upgrade. More armor. We'll lose the rifle damage, unfortunately, and a lot of it. But I guess we need a gear score. It's quite the upgrade. 20 points more. So we kind of have to do it, although it's pretty useless otherwise. Yeah, it's a downgrade, but we need the gear score. Alright, and we have the appropriate score to go for the stronghold, so let's see. Alright, so let's go to District Union Arena then. Man, we haven't really worked this neighborhood at all, have we? Let's fast travel here. Alright, so allow me a quick intermission of 5 minutes here, just to grab a bite, and I'll be back. Alright, and we're back. So let's do some fashion. Oh man, the very simple dude in the murderous green mask dude here. Alright. Alright, so let's set a waypoint here. And listen actually to the briefing.
I'm seeing black tusk elements and vehicles around the perimeter, with sentries outside the main entrance.
I'll get in one more time just to listen to the official briefing.
I'm seeing black...
Black Tusk are trying to swoop in and secure the hyena stockpile. We can't let that happen. Those supplies could do a lot of good for people in need.
A very simple briefing for a stronghold, but there you have it. Man, you just have to admire the architecture sometimes. And I don't know about anybody else, probably that's because I'm not from America, from US, but this building kind of reminds me the building that the Friends series always showed. I don't know, maybe maybe nobody just knows what I'm talking about, but the brick, like, you know, the bricks stuff seem very familiar to me. Alright, so District Union Arena, I think, well, I'm almost certain actually that's the sports arena, which is actually very, very different compared to the other strongholds. And that's exactly what it is.
It's a big building, so be prepared to secure both concourses.
Oh, where am I going?
Don't let them through it out of my way. Damn it!
We get reinforcements through helicopter, always nice, because you can shoot them while they're coming down, which I love.
Once you clear the exterior, do a thorough pass on the first concourse.
You have to be very aggressive with those helicopters. You really get the upper hand if you are right next to them and can clear the enemies very quickly. Alright, so the first time I played through this area, I couldn't just stop and, you know, I wanted to stop and stare at everything. I mean, I don't know, the one thing that I'm fascinated as a European with America is basketball, and, you know, arenas like that's just, I don't know. So, let's see though. We get some, we should start advancing our gear score once again, because once we finish this stronghold, we will unlock the tidal basin, which is the 4th and final stronghold of the game. After that, we will be World Tier 5, I think. But in order to get into World Tier 5 and the tidal basin, we're gonna need to once again upgrade our gear score, so we should start working towards that goal right away. Alright, we get more armor here. Unfortunately, we exchange critical hit damage for hazard protection and critical hit chance for some health on kill and a useless talent. Well, we need to do this though, because we get more score. That was a bad idea on my part, trying to shoot that out of the air. One cool thing you can do here is try and suppress the enemies. If I fire at all of them in quick succession, I might just manage to suppress all of them, which is actually quite advantageous. Let me just take you through a quick stroll in the store, because it's really interesting to see clothes and blankets. So these are the Red Pandas, which is a horrible, horrible name for a basketball team, but okay. Let's roll with it, I guess. So these are the pandas. They are reminiscent kind of the Toronto Raptors. I mean, yeah, the colors, of course, not anything else. I don't know if there's any player resemblance that would be interesting. I am very fan of the NBA and I really don't think anybody looks like anybody here. Alright, so let's move on. There's also the women's team. And of course you will see also hockey teams and stuff like that. Hockey team is the Daggers, apparently. What was the next match? The Chariots. Alright. Horrible names, by the way. Alright, so now let's place the turret one way. It's a very enjoyable mission, this one. You do not get overwhelmed by enemies, and I think this is by design, because the developers know this is a very enclosed space, close quarter battles, and you do not have much verticality and stuff, or places to retreat, and they probably thought this beforehand, and didn't overwhelm you with too many enemies. Oh, a medic. Let's kill him first.
Keep clearing out Black Tusk as you find them.
Yeah, our operator is very a very simple man. Just clear the enemies, dude. That's the whole briefing. Dead Inside. Movie reference. That xylophone is still here. Interestingly, I saw it the first pass through, so the props do not really change position.
Take him out, Agent.
I already did, but okay, the soundbite was probably programmed for a bit later on. Alright, so this pulse means I cannot deploy my turret. Let's see. Yeah, I cannot, so we will have to do this the hard way. Where is that turret? I mean that pulse emitting thing. Yeah, you know what, let's do it without the turret. Or maybe... Can I get far away? Now I can use it. Yeah, that was a bad idea. What in the name? Where did he spawn? Damn it, I need to get that medic.
UAV active in the... Lost a man over here! Target right here!
Serious trauma detected.
Yeah, that is code for retreat the heck out of here. Let's take the time to reload our guns here. Once they are upon us, we'll engage them. Somebody keeps spawning drone theirs. Should probably take him out sooner rather than later.
Whatever's causing this interference, shut it down.
Alright, so we do have some loot around the area. Let's get that first. And of course it's a shotgun. Probably don't have to do this, but you never know. We might need to backtrack to this area, and then I will be thankful that I destroyed them.
Electronic device detected.
Probably a computer. Check to see if there's anything useful on there.
Download complete.
According to this report, Black Tusk was covertly supplying the hyenas with tech and weapons for months, just to keep the city at a constant boil. Well, they aren't just stealing hyena supplies, they're taking back their property. I can't believe the Black Tusk were supplying the hyenas this whole time. Explains a few things, though.
Well, they have brains, they do not only have brawn. Oh. Where are they coming from?
Copy. Fire!
We need a turret, and we need it now.
Going in!
Coming, Edvard.
Oh, and there's a freaking medic again. Well, that was sneaky. They came up behind us. Didn't expect that. No, she didn't die a very nice death here. Probably she was chained like there. Alright, killing the turrets. We do not need this. And by the way, this seems to have been the locker room for the teams. Anybody in the mood for waffles? Well, not really. Now this is a tough area. I would like to wait for my turret to be ready. Then let's place it there and start shooting. I guess that was the last of them. Let's kill the turret once again. Anybody care to see what things cost during the apocalypse? Right, so the beer is $6. I don't know, is that expensive for you guys? I don't know, for me it is. What else do we have? What's the most expensive stuff on the menu here? Hickory burger seems to win right now. Yeah, that's it. So if you want a hickory burger, it will set you back more than $22 actually. Where's the other guy hiding? A nice tactic here is to sort of alternate between targets, so do not always target the same one. If you do that, you actually stagger them or sort of stagger them, and you do not have the chance to fire back. I care to see anybody what's behind the bar here. Let's see. Well, it's all been looted, as to be expected. Fancy beer tap. And there seems to be a guy here writing "relax yourself" all over the place. If you pay attention, you'll see this quite a lot inside the DC arena. There seems to be some sort of illegal dogfight going on here, judging from the still images. Oh, there are some enemies there. Didn't pay attention. Let's see. It's 2 of them, 3 of them. Yeah, that's quite a lot. And there's a medic. I need to start with him.
Agent in need of backup.
Somehow everybody seems to have disappeared at once. I don't want to start with somebody else. I want to see the medic first. There you go. So let's see, I wanted to read what this says. Boss only Dodge room. I don't know. My US slang is not up to par right now. Let's quickly make the rounds here, see if we're missing any important loot, and then move on. See, relax yourself. That's the second time we see it. And I remember this. So there's a guy now writing always with this horrible green marker. Take care of this, take care of that. this, take care of this. Keep closed. I mean, this guy is kinda bossy here, clean. It's safe to say he's not very popular. Take care of this. Man, I hope somebody shot him. And take care of this, what, the door? I mean, this guy is crazy. And there you see how they took care of it. They bunched everything up here. Next to a Chinese restaurant or something. I wonder what this might mean.
Satellite uplink detected.
Find the source and cut it off.
Alright, careful placement of the turret here. I think I can put, yes, right there. So let's start firing like this. Alright, so we actually didn't really need the turret here. I remember this fight was quite a bit tougher during the main campaign, I might be mistaken. Anybody need new shoes? They are budget. Half price actually. Oh, and let me quickly show you this. I really like this room. Has all sorts of paintings here. I remember I even made that my thumbnail on YouTube, I think.
Bypass encryption.
That hurt. Let's take advantage while the turret fires and reload our guns here. Man, I keep eating those bullets, don't I?
Terminating satellite uplink.
Oh man, that got me? I thought I was covered. I really want to get rid of this medic first. I think he managed to survive somebody though, to revive actually. See, that's why I hate medics. is that a medic? Thank God. There seems to be somebody over there. I cannot see him though. Another clever tactic is whenever they spawn those drones, just shoot them right away, because they will explode right over their heads, which means they will actually take their creators back.
Good work. I'll get our tech guys to try and analyze the data they were pushing, but it looks heavily encrypted. For now, just keep moving.
Roger, boss. Keep moving. But before we keep moving, let's see. We seem to have some goodies here. Quite high gear score also. Alright, so this is not a significant upgrade. It's just 2 gear score points more. We do get accuracy for hazard protection, weapon damage instead of critical damage, and unfortunately a skill we cannot use. So let's not do this. What I am gonna do though is try and find some resupply box here. Checkpoint storage. Okay.
Hey, this is Lane. I think we got everything of value from the warehouse. The hyenas kept some weird shit here.
Roger that. The division is nearly at the garage. Don't let me down.
So I think there's a tank spawn here. We have to be careful about that. Let's place the turret somewhere nice, like up here.
Sounds like he's waiting for you in the garage. Time to go say hello.
Alright then, let's go greet him. Getting rid of the turret first. Alright, this is a tricky spot though. We might have to retreat, but there's only this way, so it's not very intuitive. And there's the armored car. I don't know if this is active still. Let's place the turret maybe up there. Good, that's 2 medics down. Hopefully there's not another of them. that he's moving to surround us, isn't he? But see what I did there? The thingy, that's the trick I told you about earlier. Just shoot their turrets as soon as they appear. And you will take a good chunk of their energy. I thought that was an enemy.
Where are they? Torch, look ahead!
Man, I just ate that, didn't I? Whoops, forgot all about the fire. Man, that fire is, I don't know. Let's just say I hate fire. Yeah, now I cannot move because I'm surrounded by fire. Perfect.
Don't let up!
Oh, I see that the enemy finally decided to advance. Okay. Look at him hiding like a coward.
Down and out! They threw a grenade!
Let's resupply, by the way. I didn't even touch him, huh? Alright, let's get a bit closer. He doesn't seem to be... Oh, hello there.
Sounded like a hell of a fight. Now, process of elimination says that K is in the arena, which means heading through the old hyena drug lab.
Well, this should be a worthwhile upgrade. And indeed, get quite a bit more gear score. Armor is not significantly better, but still. We lose protection from elites for cooldown, which is not nice, but we get headshot damage and critical damage, and a massive amount of them, so that's good. Kindergarten. Alright. I don't really like what they're planting next to the kindergarten, but that's actually ironic for, well, see for yourselves. You know what they're growing, and it's not legal. And clearly stated, as if it wasn't obvious enough. Now you know what this is. This is a very tricky spot because there's a gas being released here, and once it is, it sort of reverses your movement and makes everything very difficult. So we have to really use strategically here a turret.
The remaining Black Tusk have nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Kay is cornered in the arena. Take her out.
Alright, so what I said didn't really happen, although I do remember this from the beta. I guess maybe that was a raid or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm just remembering things wrong. Alright, and now we go for the final push, I guess, because the arena is where things end. Yes, this is the final battle theater here. You can see the big scoreboard up there. Alright, so now this is all about patience here. Let me wait a bit for my turret to refill here. Oh, you know what? No, I'm bored. Let's start this right away.
Lost visual.
I need to get that medic out of the fight. And there comes the main baddie. Let's quickly resupply here. And we will place the turret as well. I have to get a bit further back because he's a sniper and there's not much cover in this corridor. We are playing a bit hide and seek here. Man, that guy really is hiding. He is way too patient. Should I get closer? I'm afraid some enemies will spawn and might get overwhelmed here.
Go home, division.
Vital signs critical.
I thought I could startle him and he wouldn't shoot it, but that wasn't the case. There you go.
Hostiles neutralized. The arena's back under our control. Good work.
I thank you, and most importantly, you see now a counter has appeared, which says we are advancing at World Tier 4 in about 45 seconds. Let's quickly loot stuff here. Oh, interesting. Let's see, is this worth the upgrade here? Oh yeah, definitely, let's take that. This. And let's enjoy 30 seconds of walking until we reach World Tier 4.
Incoming backup request.
Control point alert levels. Enemy control points now raise their alert levels when threatened. Interesting. Clearing enemy activities connected to a control point raises their alert level. Alright, so the more you hit them, the harder they get. A higher alert level means stronger enemy presence on the control point, but also better rewards. That's good to know because right now we need to advance to World Tier 5, and that means we need a gear score of 425 points, so quite a lot more than we have. We will be doing, again, lots of control points here, and it's good to know what the game just told us, that whenever we do side stuff around the control points get stronger and also get better rewards, which we will need to advance our gear score and attack this thing, the tidal basin. Alright, so I will be doing this though in the next stream, because I need, well, first of all I need to rest a bit, and then we need the control points to start resetting a bit. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, or watching after the fact, if you are watching this as a past broadcast. I will let the song finish out, and then end the stream here. Be sure to tune in to the next one. You can find my streaming program on my channel page. I stream usually European hours after work and early morning during the weekends. Stream as much as I can, but if you do not find the hour suitable to you, or you cannot catch live streams in any way, you can find my past broadcasts on my YouTube channel. I will have a link for that in the description of the videos and on my channel page as well. And yeah, that's that. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the rest one.